All right, so last concept here is redox reactions. So redox reactions imply reduction and oxidation. Reduction, oxidation. Anytime something's being reduced, something's being oxidized. Anytime something's being oxidized, something's being reduced. Reduction is the addition of electrons to something. Oxidation is the subtraction of electrons from something. So anytime you're reducing something, anytime you're adding negatively charged things, reducing the overall charge, that's the way I like to remember it, you're reducing it by adding negative stuff to it. Anytime you're reducing something, those electrons are coming from somewhere else. Therefore, something else is being oxidized somewhere. Now, in the same way, if something is losing electrons, well, those electrons are going somewhere, so something's being reduced in the process. So that's why redox reactions, reduction and oxidation, are grouped together, because anytime something's being oxidized, something else is being therefore reduced. So here you have the reducing agent. The reducing agent is going to donate electrons. A is donating electrons. The oxidizing agent is going to be the thing removing electrons from something, or maybe gaining electrons in some way. And so you combine A and B. The reducing agent donates its electrons to B. Therefore, B became reduced. It gained electrons. And A lost electrons. Therefore, it was oxidized. Way I like to remember this is oil rig. Oxidation is loss of electrons. Reduction is gain of electrons. So oxidation, compound A will lose the electrons. Reduction, compound B gains electrons. So if we look at cell respiration, we have C6H12O6, which is sugar, glucose, plus 6O2, and then you undergo many chemical processes to eventually yield CO2, or 6CO2, plus 6 water, 6H2O, plus ATP. So large complex molecule being broken down into smaller, less complex molecules. This is going to be a spontaneous reaction. This is going to be an exergonic reaction. This is also going to be a redox reaction. What's being oxidized? Your larger C6H12O6. So this molecule here, this sugar, is being oxidized to become 6CO2. This oxygen is actually gaining electrons to become H2O. So oxidized, reduced. This became oxidized. This is the oxidation product. This is the reduction product. So as a general rule of thumb, if something is gaining hydrogens or losing oxygens, it's being reduced. If something is losing hydrogens or gaining oxygen, it's being oxidized. One way I like to remember this is that your hydrogen has such a low pull on electrons, because it has such a low electronegativity, that whatever hydrogen brings to the table in terms of electrons is going to be donated more to the larger molecule than itself. You can kind of see hydrogen as an electron carrier of sorts, because it's when it does bring an electron to the table, that electron is going to move closer to whatever the larger molecule is.